Hello to the Facebook. Hello to the Instagram. It's day 3 of the 5-day focus on sensible self-care, and today we're going to talk about downtime. And this follows along pretty clearly from day 1 when we talked about scheduling and really honoring your time and being clear and having boundaries around how you book your time and schedule your time with clients for whatever your kind of work is. And then yesterday we talked about money, because if you're going to manage your schedule and potentially schedule fewer work hours, you still have to be able to make money. Well, the same thing applies when it comes to downtime. And why is downtime particularly important right now? I think there is, for many of us, we're going back and we're doing some additional work in person. We've gone back to, if you're a movement teacher, you may be doing more live privates. I know I'm doing lots of private sessions. Some people are going back to doing classes in person and other kinds of work. Obviously, if you're a massage therapist or a body worker, you've been working with people through, maybe not throughout, but for quite a while. But what I hear from a lot of people is that this is more tiring. Like, it was really tiring to go online. Hi there. It was really tiring to go online in the first place. And then we adapted and we got used to the online teaching, and the online had a lot of convenience to it once you got used to it. And now going back to what we used to do in the old days, which is working in person, that's coming with a different energetic load. So it's great to be back live with people, but also I think for lots of people, it's costing. I know for me, I finished the end of an in-person teaching day and I'm much more tired than I thought I would be when I first started to go back. And so we need to be mindful of making sure that we have enough downtime to offset that. And that requires planning and it requires strategizing. And for sure, if you're really busy with all the people who are excited to come back and see you in person, saving that downtime can be a little bit challenging, right? It requires boundaries. So we had boundaries on day 1 around scheduling. We have boundaries on day 2 about charging your worth and raising your rates and making sure you don't get pressured into giving away too much free time and doing discounts for people. Well, now it's boundaries around booking a vacation or booking a day off or booking an early day. Or as I'm working with somebody about maybe shifting some clients to make sure that you have a day off. I know there are a lot of people who work 7 days a week, not all day, every day, but to fit clients in and to match with clients' preferred schedules, they end up working 7 days a week. And your brain needs some clear time and space. Your body needs some clear time and space. Your nervous system needs that down regulation, that time that is just for you, where you can sleep in or not sleep in. You can get dressed or not get dressed. You can turn on your brain and do some super fun, cool, awesome course for yourself, or you can veg out and read a murder mystery. That's frequently my choice. But we can't do that unless we plan for it, because as you know, right, things will expand into the time that you have available, that you make available. So downtime can feel fairly challenging if you are kind of hustling to fill your schedule and get everything going. And so I want you to remember this. Downtime is an investment in how well you work, and it's an investment in how well you feel in the rest of your life. And I know, like, I went basically the whole year and a half that we were locked down here in Ontario. We had like an amazingly long lockdown in Ontario and Toronto. And I didn't take any time off because, like, I never left the house. I'm teaching in my daughter's room, and my daughter doesn't live at home, so this is kind of my space. And like, what else was I going to do? And I've heard this from lots of people, like, I don't go away anymore, I don't go out anymore, so I may as well just work. And I realized that I was so much more tired than I thought I was when we got kind of 5 or 6 days into the 9 days that I took off last month, and realized I'm fried, man. I need a break. So I'm taking another week off next week. But I'm investing that downtime in being fresh and enthusiastic and excited and curious and interested and really present for my clients, but also for my family and my friends and for myself. So there's a trade-off here. Downtime, vacation time is not just, it's not just self-indulgent. And downtime doesn't have to be a week off or 10 days off or 2 weeks off at a time. So that's my first thing, is I'd like you to be thinking about planning for mental health days, however that works in your schedule. And I want you to think of them that way. It's not just a vacation. It's also an investment in your mental health. And that's important. So how much time can you take off? Can you take off a day? Can you take off a long weekend? Can you take off a week? Can you take 2 weeks? Can you take a month? Like, what's possible for you? And really think about it, because I think we sometimes make assumptions about how much time we can or can't take off, and it turns out we can actually do more than we think. So if your immediate answer to this was, no, I absolutely cannot take any time off, think about, why is that? Why is that your immediate response that you can't take time off? And there are a few reasons. One is the obvious financial, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. One is a sense that you're indispensable. And I sometimes get stuck in that. I own my studio and I have my personal clients and I'm managing the studio clients and helping out the teachers. And there's always a technical glitch of some kind. But you know what? I am not indispensable. Things can wait. Other people can help. I can outsource certain things. I can delegate certain things. So take a look and see if you feel like you can't not be around for your teaching or your work for a period of time. Take a look at what you need to change to make that possible. It takes a huge amount of pressure off you all the time, not just in your vacation and downtime planning. Sometimes there's a sense of guilt, like you can't abandon your clients. There will always be a client who's like, oh, no, you can't take time off. What will I do without you? You know what? Same as when we talked about the scheduling, it's the client's responsibility to advocate for themselves, for their needs and their boundaries. It's not their job to look after you and your boundaries. So you need to look after your boundaries and hold them clearly and say, I need to take time off for my own mental health and well-being, and I will see you in X amount of time. And they'll be okay. Everybody will survive. And you could, if you want to take a big chunk of time off, you could refer clients to a colleague and ask them to take over for a week or two. So then let's look at the money part. Why I can't take time off is because I can't afford to. And that is absolutely a real thing. I fully acknowledge I have the privilege and the luxury of being able to take some time off because I have a partner who, we contribute together financially and I can make that work. So for you, maybe a week off at a time doesn't work. But could you periodically, like once every 3 months, massage your schedule a little bit so that you ask clients to shift just for 1 week so that you clear yourself up an extra day? And if you already take a day off, you would want to bundle that together, right? So that you take 2 days off. If you already take 2 days off, bundle that together to be 3 days off. And that way you're not losing the money. You're just you're going to work a couple of longer days to fit everybody in. And you make it clear that you're doing this, periodically and that you need a vacation too. Everybody understands the need for downtime. And if you frame it, like, especially if you have clients who take a lot of time off themselves, you can say, oh, just like you took some time off whenever, I need to take a day and I wonder if we could shift your schedule and your session. If you have people who absolutely can't move, then you have a call to make. But I would really try periodically, if you need to do some hardcore planning and saving elsewhere to save a few $100s, lose those clients just occasionally so that you have the downtime. It really is actually important. And if you can't schedule stuff for long term, go into your schedule, especially if you use a scheduling tool, and schedule that, like, even if it's leaving early one afternoon, if you normally take Sundays off and you work Saturdays, shorten a Saturday. So you only work half the day, but schedule it every 3 months in advance, so nobody can book into that time, and you build it into part of your routine. You make it part of what you plan for and what your nervous system starts to adapt to. And then really be vigorous about protecting that time for yourself and only do things that you love and want to do. Because that's your vacation, right? If you can't afford to take a big chunk of time, that Friday afternoon or that Monday afternoon or whatever it might be, that's your vacation. So you're not going to use it to do your admin. You're not going to use it to do your chores. You're going to use it to have a nap or go for a walk or get together with a friend or do something that is going to help to kind of rejuvenate you and reset and resettle you and make you feel like you've had a little bit of refresh time. So this is the easy day in the middle of a week of thinking about boundaries and money and schedules and clients and challenging things. So this is your easy day. So that's it. My challenge to you is to go and book some time right now. Right now. Like, okay, it's summer and maybe you've had time off already and you know you're not taking anything right away, but that's okay. Go and book yourself an afternoon or think ahead, like hang out with your partner and your family and say, okay, I know it's summer and we're doing the downtime thing now, but I'd really like to talk about taking some time off in the winter. Could we talk about scheduling that together? And then you make a plan. And you make a plan in advance so that you're protecting your time, you're anticipating your time, your nervous system gets to go, oh, okay, I can relax, I can settle. They're planning for this and I know there's going to be a little bit of relax. And if you schedule things regularly, your clients will become accustomed to the idea that you take some time off. I had a client who was a real estate agent. High intensity, did a lot of work. Real estate is a frequently a 7-day-a-week job at like a weird times because you're putting in offers at midnight and stuff. And so he made a really specific plan. He took 10 days off every 3 months. Just like it was persistently rolling in his schedule that it was always there. Time off. And so everybody knew that that's what he did. And when he was gone, he had assistants who helped him do the work. And that's how he maintained his mental health. So please think about time off as part of your own serious mental health self-care. This is a serious business self-care plan. So go and do some scheduling and then shoot me a comment and let me know. Did you do it? Did you take some time off? How long did you book off? Let me know. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to just pop in here as I lean out of here. Where's my cursor? This is the challenge of doing Facebook and Instagram at the same time. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is part of a 5-day focus on serious self-care, and you can sign up and get a free workbook that gives you a whole bunch of ideas about how to like seriously invest in yourself and your business and your schedule and your time and your boundaries to make you and your work and your business all work better. And I will add it in here for the Instagram as well. And then I'm going to head out and you can have an excellent day. There we go. There's the link in the comments. And you guys have a fantastic day. And thank you for joining me. And I'll see you tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to do a bit of a movement session. Tomorrow we're going to do a little sort of embodied somatic movement practice that is all about you being able to just move for you, for no other purpose. You're not learning anything. You're not practicing for a class that you're going to teach. You're not judging yourself. You're not matching yourself up to anybody else. You're just going to move for the sheer pleasure of it. Okay? So see you tomorrow at 12. Bye. And bye to you guys. Every single day I'm trying to turn off the Facebook with my finger instead of my cursor. See ya.